Good morning. Forgive all this. I am not feeling all that special today, and Rocky said I could take the day off. Actually, he told me I was taking the day off to try and get over whatever this head cold thing is that's trying to take over me. So he's down working at the dairy barn, and I'm going to go through my seed catalog and find out what I need for this year so that we can plant the garden again the way it needs to be planted, for everything that we will actually use for our family rather than just whatever we have. So I have my book, I have paper, I'm going to write out my list, and while I do that, I'm going to let you guys watch what we have done for the past 6 days. So I'll leave you to that, and then I will meet you back at the end. Hi, Mama. Got a baby. Anybody else have a baby? Anybody else got babies? Oh, you got babies, and they're on the wrong side of the fence. How'd you do that? Okay, hold on, little babies. So just a quick recap this morning. Had a single on the 8th. Her sister had twins on the 9th. And Bonner had a single that we're still trying to keep alive, also on the 8th. And then today, Mackie had a little boy, and Spirit had twins. Where's your other twin? There he is. 2 girls for her. So we looks like we could have at least 3 more by the end of the day, or in a couple more hours. I got 2 that are pawing, but nothing's happening yet, so we'll just keep an eye on them. And then I'd like to get the November lambs vaccinated and tattooed today. The mom's tattooed, so that we can get that project out of the way. So we just got done with lunch, and it is really cold. I even pulled out my good ear warmer because it's just cold today. So we are going to, I thought we were going to vaccinate those lambs, but our buddy's in there working his sheep, so we are going to form up the forms. We are going to form, I don't know, we're going to do the outline for the concrete, whatever it's called, forming up something, making forms. I don't know. That's what we're going to do now. So get a little colder. Okay, so here's what you missed while my phone's been dead. So we finished taking out this wall. Finished forming up where the concrete's gonna go. Started forming up where the concrete's gonna go. Had to put a old door here because we got a little enthusiastic when we were digging, and we dug up the water line and we broke the water line, so then we had to dig even more. What else did we do? Is that all we did here?
Yep.
car and trying to get warm while my husband finishes working, or at least finishes what we're going to do today. Nimbus. Okay, alley-oop. Good boy. Out, babies. You ever feel like you're a really crummy farmer?
Come on, man.
He, we think, belongs to her, but we're not sure because we found him
Over the neighbors.
he wasn't at the neighbors.
Pretty close.
He was across the driveway over by the old shop. So I'm guessing since those two were out, he also escaped. So since they were on the wrong side of the fence, we're figuring all three were on the wrong side of the fence and that he just kept on traveling. So we are not sure how Bonner's lamb is going to do. So we're trying to graft him onto her. It's not going well. I need one of those, what do they call them? Orphan panels. I can't remember what they're called, but that's what I need. Hi, Patty.
Turn your body around. See, the trouble is you're taller than the lunch pail.
Well, he really doesn't act like he's that hungry.
Not really.
So I'm wondering if he like
Snuck some?
some already.
There. That's how you're going to have to do it. She's too short and you're too tall. There, go to town, man.
Perfect. Oh, I just came down to check sheep for the night, and does not look like anyone in here is going to lamb. Hey Ned, you watching everybody? He definitely prefers to be in here where the lambing's happening rather than outside. Hi. Nope, don't see anybody that is looking like they're gonna lamb tonight. So let's go check. Rocky said we had a mom that had, let's see, had one last night, had a single ram, and then had one that had twins, but unfortunately it looks like she laid on one while having the other. So I need to double check them. He had to run to a meeting, so he wasn't able to do more than throw them in a stall. But I'm gonna check these guys and then check on that lamb we grafted onto Bonner. So that's the lamb that was born last night. Hi, Patty. And then, yeah, you. Well, she looks like she wants him. 213. Okay, and then who else have we got? Hi, baby. You guys can go out tomorrow. So, Hope and Grace. I'm coming. Mackie and her little boy. Hi, Bubba. I know, huh? And then, there's your two babies, huh? Spirit with her two girls and then her boy. We brought over here with Bonner. We're gonna get him
I'll
fed.
say it again. I have a love-hate relationship with first-time moms. I am just... Thankfully, this one, she wants her baby. She's letting it nurse. I need to check, see if it's a boy or girl. But I'm really bummed that she had twins and ended up laying on the first one while she lambed out the second one. I don't have that issue with my experienced ewes, but first time ewes, I don't know, can't always be here and assess everything that's going on. So I'm going to check to see if it's a boy or girl, and then I think I am done here for tonight.
What do you got, baby? You gave me a little girl. Good mama.
Good mama.
Big little girl.
Okay, that's all for me tonight. Look at you, you had a baby. Hi, sis. Okay.
She's not where she belongs.
So Bonner's lamb died. Just would get any better. We were still having to tube it, and we took it to the house, got it warmed up, and that next morning
It had died, so it was already having some issues.
so we grafted on this other lamb.
Baby. I know, I'm coming. I'm coming. It's okay, I'm coming. She abandoned him. She jumped the fence. And it was about 2 days before we finally figured out where the heck she went. So she's back in with those other lambs. I gotta get him a bottle. Last night, Anna had this big guy. I need to weigh him. He's huge. He is just a single. She never did get covered in her breeding group.
So his dad, we think, is one of our neighbor's rams, because all our rams were up in the front pasture away from any of the sheep that were down here. So, but my husband's already claimed him for a keeper. So my daughter has named him Toast, sticking with the food theme. So hopefully that's a good sign.
But this is what I love about experienced moms.
So she had him out in the field, and they've got 40 acres that they travel on, and she had him out there and brought him into the big field that they usually spend the evening in, and basically just waited by the gate for us to show up and bring them in here. We had one of our first time ewes did the same thing, but most of the time these experienced ewes, they know that that's a safe place, and we check that every night to make sure everybody's in. And so they bring the sheep in, or they bring their lambs in, and just wait for us to bring them into the barn. And I really need to get him a bottle. Well, I thought I had the day off, but the rams are out, so now I gotta go put them back in.
What are you boys doing?
Hi. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, huh? Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Hi. He's a good boy. Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
Okay, so I made out my list, and I am going to, so I have a whole bucket of seeds. There's vegetables, there's flowers, we bought a bunch of this on an auction because my husband is obsessed with auctions. And so I'm gonna go through this, see what I have that I would like. Some of this stuff I actually still have, like my garlic that I never planted, and my pumpkins, and I can't remember what else I still have from last year that I just never got around to. So I have never started seeds indoors. That's going to be a learning experience for me. I figure it can't go any worse than the way my garden went this year, where the squirrels ate pretty much everything I put out there. I'm going to go through this and see what I actually have. There is, like I said, so we have beans. We got lots of beans, radishes, apparently a lot of radishes, which nobody eats. I didn't put any herbs on my list because I just don't know if I'm wanting to plant any this year. I have a bunch from several years ago that we did, and we dried and we froze, and so I'm thinking if I do some, it would just be what we use all the time, like our basil, our oregano, the rosemary. It's really all, those are the ones we go through the most. Other stuff I just pick up at the store, and then it sits in my cupboard for the one time I use it, and then I end up throwing it away like 3 years later. So I think I'm only gonna do a couple of the herbs, and then we have a bunch of flowers in here. Those are sweet peas. But we have petunias and daisies. So yeah, I'm gonna go through this and see what I have, and then I guess I will figure out how to start seeds indoors. Well, I don't feel like I did so bad. I've got some pumpkins, lettuce, green peppers, jalapenos, red and yellow peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, and pole beans. So that's what I still have that I want to use from here. I'll bet there's 12 packages of tomatoes. And as much as I like tomatoes, nobody else in the family does. So, but I do plan to can this year, so I might do 2 packages. How many are in? I know, this is how I never do this kind of stuff. So there's probably a ton of seeds in these, huh? It doesn't say. Anyway, so I'm sure 1 package will be more than enough. I buy like 4 plants when I do this in my greenhouse. And so, yeah, this is a new experience for me. My mom used to do it all the time. I mean, she started everything indoors and then put it to the garden. They had a huge garden when we were growing up. I mean, we ate out of it all summer long. And that's kind of what I'd like to do, is eat out of it all summer long and almost all winter long as best we can. So I'm going to, I don't have anything to even start these with. So I need to either, I'm definitely not going to the store, but I will probably order some stuff online to get started. And then I also want to get some blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, elderberries. Elderberries grow really good where we're at. So I want to get some of those started this year. I think it takes like 2 years before you'll actually get any fruit off of them, but I would definitely like to start them so that eventually, and then we love asparagus, so I want to get some asparagus started as well. And what else is on my list? Corn, broccoli, cantaloupe, watermelon, squash, peas, potatoes, horseradish. My husband loves horseradish. I hate horseradish. I cannot stand the smell of it. We tried growing some a couple years ago, but something kept eating it. I don't know what likes horseradish. I don't know. So we're gonna try that again. So I found somewhere in this magazine, I found horseradish, and of course now I can't find it because I didn't mark anything, but I will find it. I'm going to order it. I'm going to order quite a bit of stuff. Hopefully he doesn't get like super annoyed that I'm ordering all these things. And then I did decide on some herbs. So I'm going to do chives and the oregano. What the heck is lemon mint? Lemon mint. Yeah, that's not something I want. So no lemon mint. Okay, so oregano, parsley, garlic chives, regular chives. So those are the 4 I'm going to do. And then I will probably get some basil because we do go through a lot of basil. And if I am canning my tomatoes for tomato sauce, we will go through a ton of basil and oregano. So that's where we're at. That's what I do on my days off. I over obsess about stuff that is not really terribly important, but at this moment in time, it is for me. So that's what I'm going to spend the rest of my day doing, and probably go take another nap, because whatever it is, it's like sitting in my chest. It is not COVID, because I can still taste peanut butter. So I am gonna clean up my mess, get online, order some of the stuff. Oh, I need to order some stuff for the sheep too. So I made an executive decision that our rams are going to get numbered, because usually I know my rams. I mean, it's not, I can point them out and tell you who's who, but we kept a lot of rams from last year, and I honestly don't know how many I have. And that's a horrible thing to say, because I should know, but I don't. So I need to run all my rams again, figure out exactly who I have. I have my sheet Bible in here, along with everything that I've started. So I started my records or my breeding schedules for the year, and who will go with who, with which rams. And then in here somewhere, I have, somewhere right there, I have a list of all my rams. And I do this because this way I can tell who, like for Granite, his dad was easy, so he cannot go with any lambs that are related to him. And then I have Hook, who is also an easy baby, but he is also a Granite baby, so he doesn't go with anybody or with any of the group that came in with his mom. So I have this so I know exactly which rams cannot go with which ewes, and this is a really super easy cheat sheet for me. But on here it shows that I have 22 rams. I think I have 26 in that pasture. So I either forgot to add somebody onto here, or we forgot to band somebody. So I am gonna have to run everybody, figure out who's who, and put a tag in their ear. So I need to go order some tags from Premier. I also need to order some blank red and blue tags, which is what we put on the lambs, which lambs belong to which moms. So that is going to be the rest of my afternoon. I hope you all have a good weekend, and we will see you next time.